In this new video series, go behind the scenes of our prop firm, which houses numerous elite 7- and 8-figure traders, to learn our techniques and processes for producing robust, high-accuracy options trading strategies. In this case, a powerful option strategy with an 85% win rate. Hi, I'm Mike Bellafiore, co-founder of SMB Capital, and we're a proprietary trading firm located in Midtown Manhattan. And I'm also the author of the trading classic, One Good Trade, and the playbook. In part 7 of this new video series, learn a key trading principle. Elite traders trade less to make more. That has helped our traders thrive, and how that drove the development of this new and powerful option strategy for you. Let's get to work on sharing this important trading principle and trading strategy so that you can grow your trading account. So each month we sit in a conference room like this and do a monthly review with all of our traders. Our floor manager, our trading coach, Dr. Steenbarger, the senior trader, the junior traders on his team, and I sit in a room like this and review the prior month. Traders review their month, share their trading stats from the month, what they did well and poorly, and then most importantly, set their goals for the following month. If you ask me, the #1 most common goal for developing traders during our monthly reviews, my answer would be clear and simple. The #1 goal amongst developing traders is to trade less, to trade more of their A+ trades. I wrote my second book, The Playbook, in part to help traders with this issue, to help them grow from their strengths. We do best when we build from our strengths, our unique strengths, to do more of what we do well as a trader and less of what we do poorly. Said better, to help traders determine their A+ trades. Trade them more, trade them bigger, and do less of their lesser trades. The playbook gives them the formula to identify their favorite trades and lesser trades, and then the system to make more from their A+ trades. Well, many struggling traders have some good in their trading. It's just being mixed too heavily with trades they need to eliminate. Shark is one of the top traders at our firm. I've said this before, to be in the top 3 at the firm last year, you needed to net 18 million in trading profits for the year. Shark is one of the best traders on the street in our space. As the partner of a trading firm, you couldn't ask for a better person or trader to walk through your doors. It's an absolute privilege to work with him and watch him continue to improve. But even Shark makes mistakes. His trading kryptonite is becoming convicted in an idea and stubbornly fighting the trade before the price action confirms that his thesis is correct. For example, if he thinks a stock is overbought and not sustainable at its current price, he may start shorting the stock before it's shown it's ready to go down. And he has set in place risk guardrails and rules to help him improve in this area, but he's not perfect. No elite trader is. Well, for the best of personal reasons, Shark recently couldn't focus as intensely on markets as in the past. He didn't have as much time. He didn't have as much energy. He couldn't focus as long. He just couldn't. So he set a goal to trade less. He saved his energy for the very best of his trades. He saved his risk for the very best of his trades, the ones that showed confirmation of his thesis. He saved his trading bullets for his A+ trades. And even after his best year ever, the year prior, he had 2 back-to-back months that were his best months ever. With less time to focus, with less energy to expend, he had his 2 best months ever back to back. Most would have crumbled from fatigue. Most would have dwelled on the fact that they had less time to focus on trading and performed worse. Shark turned it into an advantage. He had to trade less, so he did. And these handcuffs helped him make more and limit his trading to his very best ideas. And this happens time after time, trader after trader, on our proprietary trading desk. When traders focus on their best trades, they make more. When traders are underperforming, we ask them to do less and focus on their best trades to get back on track. Well, Seth, in your work with the weekly options income machine strategy, you've taken this core principle that drives success on our desk and applied it to your strategy. The strategy trades very selectively, purposely, bringing a very high win rate and solid return on capital. It takes A+ trades and lets the other trades pass. So Seth, can you tell us about the importance of taking only A+ trades for this strategy?
Well, Mike, the reason that we use only A+ trades when we trade our system is because that is the only way to be a successful trader in any context. Successful trading involves taking what the market gives us. We only want to trade in what Ted Williams used to call the happy zone, and that is those portions of the strike zone which he knew he personally traded the best. Just as importantly, this system is based upon studying historical tendencies of the market and projecting those forward into the future. If we trade signals which don't show the attributes of a historical condition that we have seen to be tending towards a bullish or a bearish market on any given day, then at that point, we're just gambling, right? If we're not using any basis to make our decisions, then what are we doing? We're just simply gambling. Well, we're traders, we're not gamblers. As an example of this, we studied when looking at the way to apply the IQ signal to option strategies, the use of these signals on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the signals are generated every day of the week. However, only on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are SPX index options expiring. So we looked at trading the system on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we found that there were a number of trades available during the testing period. I mean, after all, that's 40% of every week is Tuesday and Thursday. The problem is there was absolutely no edge in trading Tuesdays and Thursdays. There was close to no profit. Well, we're not going to be creating busy work for ourselves, making ourselves feel better and more productive because we're trading more and making no more money. What's the point of that, right? We're not going to do that for ourselves, and we're not going to do that for our subscribers. And so we're very happy to selectively trade and only use those trades that have a clear historical edge that has been demonstrated to us through rigorous backtesting. Look, we know that it's really hard for retail traders to understand when all of the stars are aligning for a high probability trade. It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of experience to be able to spot those opportunities. And so SMB has taken care of that whole process for you. We've developed a highly profitable one-day options trading system based on a sophisticated trading signal that can easily be implemented by traders of any experience level in just minutes a day. If you're interested in learning more about exactly how that system works, go ahead, click the link that should be appearing now at the top right corner of your screen. That will open the free workshop registration page in a new window, so don't worry, you won't lose this video. I think you're going to be pretty intrigued by what we've developed for you, so pause this video, sign up now, and then resume watching the video. Professional traders only trade A and A+ setups. Warren Buffett himself only spends cash to acquire companies when those companies meet his standards. He is very happy to sit on boatloads of cash for long periods of time until he finds companies that meet the return standards that he thinks his shareholders deserve. The best traders are always looking at how to optimize their risk-adjusted returns. You can trade all day and make nothing. That's very possible, and it is in fact the reality for many traders. We're not interested in being in that universe. We want to be interested in the universe of traders who are making the best risk-adjusted returns, and that means being selective. Ted Williams was indisputably the greatest hitter in baseball history. He was also a student of the science of hitting. In fact, he wrote a book called The Science of Hitting. Let me give you a quote from that book. "My first rule of hitting was to get a good ball to hit. I learned down to percentage points where those good balls were. The box shows my particular preferences from what I consider my happy zone, where I could hit 400 or better, to the low outside corner where the most I could hope to bat was 230. So here was the greatest hitter in the world who understood what his strengths were and what his weaknesses were. And by the way, this was a data-driven observation that Ted Williams was making about his own hitting. And so why do we want to emulate anyone but the best in our trading? And so we are very, very selective. That is to our benefit. The fact is there are 21 trading days on average in every month. The weekly options income machine system produces on average 2 to 3 trades per month historically. Our research showed that the win rate of the system over the period we studied was 86.4% with annualized returns of 42.68%, but the drawdowns during that period were only 8.76% on our best strategy. The optimal risk-adjusted returns are the goal of any prop firm and should be the goal of any retail trader. When you look at the risk-adjusted returns of any strategy, there is a ratio called the Kalmar ratio. And the Kalmar ratio takes the average annual returns, which in this case are 42.68%, and divide those by the maximum drawdown during the period studied, which was 8.76% in this case. Well, that's a 4.87 Kalmar, which is absolutely outstanding. Any prop firm would die to have a strategy with a Kalmar ratio that high. So are you going to focus on trade frequency, or are you going to focus on the risk-adjusted returns of a system? Any good professional trading firm is going to look for the highest risk-adjusted returns. Scott, during the 10-month period that you and I were working together on this project, I would frequently ask you, is there any way to get more signals? You reassured me every time, Seth, I could certainly give you more signals, but you may not like the outcome. Can you explain what you meant by that?
Sure. So every day we're projecting a directional strength, basically, right? And it's a range, a continuum. And we're only feeding the very best right into the service because we could generate many more signals, right? We could loosen the parameters and give you very good, strong signals, but not the strongest signals. And the reason we don't, and this is out of my own personal experiences, and it's really a mathematical challenge as well, is that these signals would be not as good. They would have a lower win rate. And when you have a lower win rate, that means you're more prone to losses, right, and losing streaks. And those end up resulting in drawdowns. So in theory, we could give you more signals, and the total profits generated, even with the losses in a given year, would be greater. However, the drawdowns would almost undeniably and guaranteed to be greater every single year. So it would be much more difficult to follow the signal, right? Because the hardest thing to do is to keep trading a signal and executing it perfectly when you've had 1 loss, 2 losses, 3 losses, 4 losses in a row, right? So we've found, in my own personal experiences, I make more money, and we've been much more successful, and our clients have been much more successful by trading a little bit less and trying to really focus, as you mentioned before, on risk-adjusted returns, right? Minimizing the drawdowns relative to the total returns. And as I like to say, the best way to make the most money in the markets over the long term is to stay in the game over the long term.
So as I mentioned earlier, regardless of the type of trader you are and your experience level, you can utilize our system to augment your main trading activities because the IQ signal only occurs 2 to 3 times a month on average and can be executed in under a minute the few times per month that you do receive a signal. We'd encourage you to attend the webinar where we can offer you this system at a huge discount. So just go ahead, click the link that should be appearing now at the top right corner of your screen. That will open the free workshop registration page in the new window. I think you're going to be pretty intrigued by what we've developed for you. So sign up now to arm yourself with this powerful trading signal before it's too late.